It's the year 2002. You go to your local game store and to your surprise, you see Sonic the Hedgehog on GameCube hardware. You decide to spend your last $20 in Christmas money to buy the strange game. At home, you turn on your GameCube, plop the disc in, and you're presented with numerous options to choose from. You can read comics, view images, and watch videos. However, you decide to head to the games area and play what began it all, Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Today, join me, Chaocast, as I explore the ins and outs of Sonic the Hedgehog 1. But first, let's go back a decade, or three, I don't know. The year is 1990, and Nintendo controls roughly 95% of the console market. Sega being Sega wants a slice of that bread, but their efforts have proven futile. Sega higher-ups believed that having a mascot was a good way to market a platform, so they tried with Alex Kidd, but it just wasn't enough to push that narrative. So, with their expectations set high on a new mascot, they held a contest in which they picked among 200 character designs to replace Alex Kidd, like Doofenshmirtz? Development was a little rocky to say the least. Sonic's initial design was supposed to be a rabbit, but due to complications it was changed to a hedgehog. Sonic having a human love interest named Madonna, named and based after the real Madonna before the plastic surgery, Sonic being in a rock band, Sega of America and Japan arguing over Sonic's design. Overall, it was a huge, uninteresting mess. At the time when Sonic 1 released, the reception was overwhelmingly positive. This game single-handedly pioneered Sega as a company, as in 1992, the Super Nintendo only outsold the Genesis by 100,000 units in American markets. In Europe, the Genesis completely outsold the Super Nintendo. But we're talking about the year 2024. Fans and critics alike would argue that this game didn't hold up well in the Big 24, and to that I say, it kinda does. Upon selecting Sonic 1, we're greeted by a menu screen reminiscent of Wonder Boy 3, a classic Sega arcade game. Following that, we're introduced to one of the most aesthetically pleasing games on the Genesis. What truly impresses me is the clever use of just 512 colors, especially when compared to the SNES's staggering 32,768 colors. During the summer of CES 1991, Sonic and Mario were played side by side, and before they were brought out, a reporter commented, "The Super Nintendo has 32,768 colors. You've only got 512. What are you gonna do about it?" Al Nilsson, the director of marketing at Sega America, replied, "It's not how many colors you have, it's what you do with them." Badass quote, am I right? Sonic here controls fine, I guess. For a game that's all about speed, momentum-based physics is crucial to maintaining a rapid pace or breaking it. The ring system here acts as a way to be a little reckless when traversing fast-paced levels. Special stages are useless as ever in this game. The Chaos Emeralds here act similarly to Sonic CD's Time Stones in a way you get a different ending, minus getting a good future. The special stages backgrounds were inspired by Sony's Infinite Escher. The stages themselves aren't really challenging, they're just a pain to control. Anyway, fans and critics labeled Green Hill Zone as the best zone in Sonic 1 just because they can't get past Marble Zone. Personally, I feel Starlight is the best zone just because it balances speed and platforming perfectly. Plus, enemy placement isn't as annoying as the later levels. Now, I can't deny that Marble Zone has a higher skill ceiling than Green Hill, but the reason it feels tougher is all about the gameplay. See, in Green Hill, you're running at the speed of sound, getting used to that high-speed gameplay. Then you hit Marble Zone and suddenly you have to slow it down, which totally throws people off. I feel as if Spring Yard should have come first to push that narrative. Another criticism is the Labyrinth Zone. I already covered Labyrinth in an older video, but we go again. Labyrinth Zone is regarded as the most hated level in Sonic 1 due to the high intensity, bad enemy placement, and bad checkpoint spawns. I mean, some parts are like the game is deliberately cheating you. Sonic is constantly met with obstacles, and on top of that, you have to balance them out with getting air bubbles. I guess the real reason Labyrinth was hated so much is because first-time players haven't really adapted to this setting. The boss fight is a little iffy, but I can see what Sonic Team was going for. But the final product wasn't quite there. You're not fighting the boss, moreover, you're fighting the level itself. I regard Scrap Brain as one of the harder classic Sonic zones, but it also goes relatively underlooked due to the more stressful Labyrinth zone. What I don't like about Scrap Brain is how punishing it is for first-time players. The red platforms collapse at random, spinning platforms, whatever this part is, the bulk of the level doesn't get any better, obstacles and badniks are spammed through the level. For Act 3, it's just Labyrinth Act 4. Apparently it was supposed to be a different level completely, but our good old friend time constraints had to show up. The final boss is fine, I guess. To up the difficulty, you're given 0 rings, but it's not like the boss is hard or anything. Just dodge the energy balls and hit Eggman. After you defeat Eggman, you can either delete him or let him live. And that's Sonic the Hedgehog 1. It's not the best Sonic game, or the worst. Playtime usually clocks in at 45 to 50 minutes for me, so it's easy to replay. I guess another reason why this game isn't looked fondly upon is that the other classic Sonic games improved on all the subpar areas of Sonic 1. Special stages, water levels, boss fights. This video wasn't meant to praise or belittle Sonic 1, it's just to give a new perspective on the fact that this game isn't as bad as people make it out to be. Next time on Chaocast. Look, I said I was going to do my anniversary stuff last month, but next month we're bringing the festivities your way, so don't worry just yet. I can see those pitchforks, but to make it up to you, I've got an exciting gift card giveaway. All you need to do is hop into my Discord server and DM me anything related to gift cards. So let's set aside the pitchforks and mark those calendars.